Alright, we are live here at the Goteborg Roadcourse, and I want to remind you guys, this is the first time in about 2 years since we ran the Roadcourse configuration. We weren't able to run it last year. That was partially due to um, scheduling issues. Today, there's 5 cars, so I've already titled the stream for the race. If we suddenly get enough people to run the race, we'll title it from qualifying to race. But right now, there's 5 cars currently in the pits, set up for qualifying. So, the people that it's going to be the same exact setup we saw last Friday at Misano. So if you end up qualifying now, you'll be able to start on the top 6. With the exception of, I'm going to say, if you do not set a time that is within 110, if you don't show up tomorrow, you get a DNS point, but you're going to have to qualify again. So, I think that'll be fair for slower cars. And I'll make sure to note that down. Please remind me when that gets done. Anyways, we're going to put the stream up on announcements. Alright, the stream is up on announcements, so for those interested in watching, that's where it'll be. We're going to put the yellow flag out. So just go, just start pacing. If somebody doesn't go, it's okay to pass them because order does not matter, just don't go too fast. Five cars currently in the field. We got, of course, a couple drivers here. We're also going to turn down the volume a little with the cars. Sound bits. One thing you can certainly hear here is the tunnel. So, very distinctive feature of this track. The only track currently with a tunnel. Of course, we'll be back here next week for the oval. Lights are going to go out. There's going to be 5 minutes on the clock. As soon as a car makes their way across the start-finish line, we're going to do a test. And we're going to put the green flag out. Twin Turbo V6 takes the pack lead. Again, that is going to determine whether or not qualifying will be done by the time they cross the line. 5 minutes on the clock. Into turn 1, Evan Varney not far behind whatsoever. Here's Evan down the inside. We cleared the board. Now there's a little bit of lag ping, but Evan Varney is on a hot lap, a 22.136 sector 1. Now, I want to remind you, when it comes to these road courses, there's a lot of cuts. They're very strict here. They are just the grass, so as long as you don't touch the grass, you're not going to get a cut. There's some leeway that some of these drivers try to get by just touching grass where they can, but generally speaking, fastest times here could be just the most unexpected ones. Here's Evan Varney down the front straight. His first lap is a 1:07.72. Twin Turbo V6 did set a faster lap, but they got a corner cut on that sector 1. That just about took away quick time. Once again, through the tunnel, lap 2, qualifying. And Evans a little bit further back, but how about Twin Turbo V6? Still an invalid sector 1. Alright, well here's Twin coming out of the final turn again. 2 invalid sectors. There's about 3 minutes left on the clock. It's going to matter just to get a valid lap in here. Again, a little bit faster, but still not a valid lap. Evan Varney, the only time on the board. We got 3 cars making the way through Sector 3 currently, trying to just make it into the race. We've agreed upon a 1 minute 10 as a minimum time, and it's invalid for Monster Star. It's invalid for Matt's Watts on that time by. Let's see what Darktails gets here. If they get within that 110, they'll be able to qualify wherever they are. They do. Currently second on the board. Again, just is going to matter to get a valid sector. Again, for Twin Turbo V6, he's pushing to the limits, but it might just about matter just to get a lap in. Otherwise, he'll be out of qualifying for tomorrow. It's a strong lap coming up here for Evan Varney, a purple Sector 1 to make the way through the final set of corners. Evan Varney spinning out. 2 laps more than likely to go here. Twin Turbo V6 into turn 1. It's going to have just about 2 opportunities to work with if he wants to get in. The valid Sector 1. It's looking pretty good so far. Monster Jam has also made a valid lap, slightly faster than Darktails. 106 there. Here comes Twin. Now entering Sector 3. Just a couple more corners for him. 1 more to go. Timer's looking very close here, but we'll see if this is the final lap. Just about might be. Twin Turbo V6 goes top of the board. A 1 minute, 4 tenths, 97 thousandths. 1 minute 497 for Twin Turbo V6. A final lap, more than likely here. We'll be seeing. And Varney's lost a bit of a gap, but he is going to give it his all. Twin Turbo V6 has invalidated their Sector 1. Evan Varney, his only opportunity. He is out of laps. Everyone so far is qualified. Look at Evan Varney, a very fast purple Sector 2, but not a valid lap. Might just be going for the score. There is a possibility if Twin gets things right. Watching the board. 3, 2, 1. We're going to keep going 1 lap. We're going to keep going 1 more lap. We'll be reviewing that. See if the checker came out when he crossed the line. So we got our current times here. Evan Varney gets a little bit high off of turn 3. That might have messed up this lap for being a record, or quick time, excuse me. About 10 seconds off the fastest they've ever been here. Matt's Watts with a 103.496, so they're getting a little bit better. Darktail at risk of falling a lap down, but of course this is not the race. Twin passes Darktail by the start-finish line. That'll be his final lap. This time by, the checker flag waves for Twin Turbo V6. Darktail keep going. You got 1 more lap here. Twin will go faster, a 1.422. Evan Varney just coasting across the line. Again, he messed up on turn 3. So Twin, Evan are done. Matt's Watts here, he comes across the line. Matt's Watts does improve a 103.049. He's going to start 3rd place in tomorrow's race. Up next, the number 18 Kyle Busch Tribute car driven by Monster Star. He is not going to improve it. Invalid Sector 3. So there's one last car here just to get a lap in. They look like they're coasting. That is Darktail. hear them in 5th gear, so I'm gonna assume something went wrong there. Does still improve a 106.258. So that will wrap it up for qualifying, and I believe that'll set us up for tomorrow. So we're going to be in another situation where qualifying has determined a race for the next day. So if you guys could pull it off into the pits, please. Try not to improve. All right, well, thank you, everyone. If you guys like, we could set up a practice race, but maybe like a little 5-lap practice race, but okay. I was thinking 3. I did not say 2, but we're gonna talk about that. So that being said, okay, we'll talk to the drivers. 4. We were saying 3 or 4. Okay, 4 minimum. Okay. All right, to the drivers that are here, do you guys agree to 4 p.m. EST, 1 p.m. USPST? Trying to run it early enough for some of the Europeans to show up. All right. Okay, we got Darktail saying no. I believe Twin is a yes. What does Victor say? Okay. Alright, so oh, Brass Rain is joined. You know what we could do? Okay. Matt can run. We could switch things up here. We could run now. So line up in the pit. Line up in the pit. That's it. Don't leave yet. Might have to switch of plans. We got 7 cars now. Thanks to latecomers. So we're gonna change the name to just the Grand Prix. So bit of a late start. That's okay. So just so we get a race in, you miss qualifying, you can show up from the back of the field. So Matt, if you have a car, we're gonna do a wheel decide, and it's gonna be a randomized position to determine between you two. So. Alright, if you guys could line up in the following positions. First place is going to be Twin Turbo V6. Second place is going to be Evan Varney. You guys can line up in the pits. So I'm going to need Twin to move up. You're going to drive over here. And we'll be preparing anthems as well. I want to remind you guys that today does feature a podium. Alright, we're going to need Victor over here. Darkstar, back it up a little bit. Brass Rain and Matt, we're going to figure you guys out right now. Just a bit of an emergency decision. Not exactly consistent hosting, but we're just going to try to get this done. So. It's going to be a 30-lap race today. 2 pace laps. And we're going to get it out of the way. So if you guys would like to watch to see who is going to start ahead. Okay, we got Matt's Monster. We're just going to call it as it is. 6th place is going to be Matt's, and Brass Rain will be taking a last place start today. Alright. Once you guys are lined up, please turn off your motors and hop out. Again, that's part of the emergency check. We're going to start clearing out the extra cars. If for some reason Dakota's here, I'm going to put his car in the pits. If he joins before lap 4, I'll let him field. I do too. It's unfortunate. He was looked pretty good in practice, but oh well. Okay. Yeah, he was the guy that actually suggested to add the curbs. And there's somebody that is left. I think that is Darktail's brother. So. Just gonna clear out these extra cars. I'm gonna move Dakota's car into the pit lane. Make sure these motors are off. And of course, this is the Swedish Grand Prix, so for the first of 2 times this year, you'll be hearing the Swedish national anthem. It's our pre-race preparation. So give us a second here. It's going to be a 30-lap race. It'll be about the same distance as the Misano race, it's just a shorter track. It actually might be slightly shorter. So, flag will be off of the back, actually on the back of the front straight. And Victor, if you could stand by. Do not get in your car. Alright. We're now going to proceed with the Swedish national anthem. I hope. drivers to your cars. Alright, well there's a roaring symphony of V8s. It's going to be a 30-lap race tonight. And we will have 2 pace laps. The max cut limit will be 30 cuts, so keep that in mind. We are going to mute the drivers so they could communicate if they come into issues. So, we are going to be unmuting everyone. Just try not to have conversation, but it's just in case you need to say something. So, there we go. Darktail is unmuted, and Rasserine's now unmuted if they need to speak. Okay. Well, let's get your order out. Alright, so 7 cars make up the field tonight, the Swedish Grand Prix. We are here at Goteborg in the Flaming 12 car. It is taken up by Brasserine tonight. In 6th place, number 48 Golf Machine, usually driven by Blitz Danger, going to be driven tonight by Matt Farms. The number 3 car is going to be driven tonight by Darktails in 5th place. Now to 4th place in the number 18 Kyle Busch Tribute car. That is Darktail's brother. Give it out to Monster Star. Now up to your top 3, the number 77 car. That will be 3rd place. It is Matt's Watts. Again, another World Team Racing 1 and 2. And as we've seen on the ovals, it tends to be this guy, but he is currently in 2nd place. The usual pole sitter has once again been dethroned. It is Evan Varney in the World Team Racing number 66. One more car in the field. Again, another World Team Racing car. He has done it 2 weeks in a row. The number 32 machine of twin turbo V6. We're going to see if he has another dominant performance today. Alright. Well, that being said, you guys can start going now. Go in the car if he goes. And we're going to go up to speed. Going to be 2 pace laps. I think the cars in the back are going to need to be manually changed. So pace a little slower. Pace a little slower. Thank you. Alright. One of the things I love about this place is that tunnel. That tunnel, there's just that reverb's a very unique sound. And it's not the environment you normally get in these racetracks, but just, you know, it's just one of these that makes this track very unique. We're going to clear the board. And again, once again, there will be no passing until you cross the start-finish line once we're green, but we'll try to do call-outs for any drivers that are straggling. We're going to be doing 60 miles an hour next lap when we're down the front straight before we go green. Alright, well this time by, the lights are going to go out. There's going to be 1 lap to go. Fits all the cuts. Change all out -1. And our cuts, our laps, our fits again. There will be 30 corner cuts until there is a 5-second time penalty. That might be a factor later on in the race if there is a late race restart. But just be aware. So the lights are out on the track. That is your signal that there's 1 lap to go. There's 7 big V8 American machines going through the Swedish countryside today. Be interesting. There is one non-American driver in the field. That is your pole sitter twin turbo V6, so we might be hearing the Canadian anthem once again. We're making our way through Sector 2 now into Sector 3. It's a very unique track. Again, a fictional track. And we'll be watching. Brass Rain, you are behind that car, but you're okay. We just need the 48 to catch up. Unless they're straggling behind, but currently just stay where you are. Keep your pace, keep your pace. Green flag, allowed to pass the 48. Allowed to pass the 18. Starts clean. Alright, well here we are for the lead. Twin Turbo V6 on the inside, Evan Varney. They go side by side into turn 3. It's a crossover, a beautiful line by the 32. Evan Varney falls back to the second place spot, but he is still right behind him. Now, Twin Turbo V6, he has had a reign of domination when it comes to Roadcourse races. We've seen him have his ups and downs at this facility over the years. It is one of the original, I believe, Rotsmont season tracks that we featured. This was the original finale. In Season 1. The 3-car pack for third place. Brass Rain looks like he's going to take up the helm. Here he goes side by side. Matt Watts hits the outside wall. Brass Rain absorbs the third place spot. He has moved up, and it's just taken him 1 lap here at Goteborg. I'm going to refresh the camera for myself. Got a 3-car pack for the 4th place spot. An issue has come up for Brass Rain. Got Dark Tails going quite wide off of 1. We're going to focus on this battle going on for the 4th place spot. Brass Rain has some issues earlier on. Dark Tails is going to loop it around. Spins. And he'll get back going. Saw another issue, I believe, for Matt Farms. Again, he showed up late to the race. Let's see what's going on with Brass Rain. And he technically was supposed to start last place. However, there were some lag issues we saw with Matt Farms, so he was able to merge past him before the start finish line. Here is Matt Watts, currently your 3rd place starter. Brass Rain just behind him. He's got a target to make up here. Now, Brass Rain made an entry last week at Misano, and the race was on Saturday due to attendance issues, but tonight it's his opportunity. He wasn't able to make it last weekend, so we'll see if he does it this time. Matt's is going to get loose off of turn 3. Here comes Brass Rain with some hard charging momentum coming up down the tunnel. Here we go into the oval corner. Turn 4. And Mats gets way bent out of shape. Is he stuck? No, he's not. That was a big spin there from Mats. Mats has lost 3rd. He's lost 4th, so he's going to merge back into 5th place. That leaves us with our closest battle for the lead. Currently a separation of about 3 seconds, I believe. 2.5. Alright. Now again, Twin Turbo V6, when it comes to road courses, he is one of the guys to beat. He had a lot of issues when he was out of track once. Showed up late to the event. But since then, with these low gravity cars, he has come to adapt, and he has been showing some true pace out here on these road courses. Evan's the man when it comes to the ovals. He's still good here on the road course, but there's just a little extra 2 seconds here that we saw coming out of practice. Or Twin must have been sandbagging. He was sending 102s, but just something about him just switched up when it came to qualifying. He took pole position. He came up on top, and he is currently driving little by little away from Evan Varney. believe Brass Rain is just about to make his way across the line, so he's got a big gap here. Again, he showed up a little bit late, missed out on practice and qualifying. He's just gonna kind of have to learn the track. I'm sure he's coining on there being a late race caution. Definitely have the track figured out by then. But he's kind of in a bit of a learning phase, so we're gonna watch what's going on up here. Actually, looks like there might be a potential battle to come up. Yeah, Matt Watts. Probably see him move here for 4th place in a lap or so. So let's see what the 77's up to. It's running the new Ford V8s. It's been a bit of a sound change coming to this weekend. Hope it's a little bit better. We based it off the Outlaw late model cars that we were running 2 years ago. It's a special event with Jackson Cook's League. There was the Northwest Ohio race. That was a non-points event. We saw Twin Triple V6 racing it. I believe Evan was in it as well, so neither of them are running that engine. Of course, they're running the default motor. Twin, you can see, is just starting to really walk. And Matt's is going to once again spin around through turn 2. That puts a bit of a nail on his effort to get back up to the podium. Still a lot of race left. 25 to go. Evan Varney's going to spin out in the background. So a spin on the final turn for Evan. It's like drivers are kind of getting, kind of struggling a little bit here. Like to mention, Brass Rain is down 7 seconds from Evan Varney. That spin certainly has helped the Flaming 12 car. Might we see a potential battle for 2nd place? I'm not gonna call it in the next few laps. So certainly, if Brass Rain starts to build up pace, it's very much still possible. Twin Triple V sits here, a purple sector 1. It's a good looking lap here. Does go faster. It's almost within the 1 minute mark. So we're about to see our first lap car, and that is Darktail. Maximum amount of laps you could be down here tonight is going to be 4 laps, so hopefully he'll make it, but we're going to see. Turbo V6 makes the move. That'll put Darktail a lap down on his 8th lap here. Apologies. It's a bit of an improvement for Sector 1, a green Sector 1 for Brass Rain. The last lap wasn't exactly faster. It's a pretty solid lap for Twin at 1 minute point 461. Evan Varney slightly improves that lap, 1 minute point 643, but it's still not quite within the range that Twin has been setting off here. And we're starting to see some pace coming out of Brass Rain. Has set a 101, so he's trying to get the grip of the track again. I'm sure he's hoping for there to be some sort of late race caution once he figures this place out. Twin Triple V sits at purple sector 1, could be trying to knock down another fast lap here. Could we be seeing a sub-minute? Here comes Twin down the front straightaway, just absolutely on the limit. Twin comes down the front straightaway across the line. There's a purple sector 3, a purple sector 1, but sector 2 is where he's fallen a little bit short. I believe we're about to see our next lap car. That is Matt Watts, who's just backing it up. Look at back to speed. And boy, the gap for second place, it is starting to get pretty close here.
Evan hit a wall, that's why.
Ah. Okay, thank you. So another mistake came out of Evan Varney. 2 mistakes we've seen today. Made it through a quarter of the race, about to enter the first third. Here comes Evan into turn 8. Turn 7 and 8. Just about 2-3 seconds here separating second and third. So Grass Rain might be on the hunt. There's Darktails around in front of your leaders. And I believe Twin is built up. Oh, kind of late spin there. So Brass Rain, they were catching up. They lost that gap. Still about 6 seconds behind Evan Varney. In these cars, they don't have tire wear. It's just all purely about consistency and getting the job done. A lot of time to learn the track. Gonna stick to your leader, Twin Turbo V sits as he takes these laps down. I do want to mention though, Evan Varney's cooked up a hell of a sector 2. So for every mistake that he's made, he's been cooking up a very quick lap to fight back. A purple sector 2, that's a place where Twin's been struggling. Lap after lap, here's Evan Varney down the front straight. Evan to cross the line to 1:352. Just got to learn how to be consistent with him. In the meanwhile, Matt Watts has moved up to 4th place. There's been an issue coming out of Monster Star. Second place driver Evan Varney just behind. And just as Evan starts getting faster, so does Twin. Twin already into sector 3. Just one more turn to go here. Twin down the front straight. Let's see if this goes any quicker. It is. It's a sub-minute. A 59.9 A4 by Twin Turbo V6. I've hypothesized it was possible. Twin has gotten it done, so there it is, folks. A sub-minute, as the cars are. Now, these cars are a lot slower than they used to be here. I was originally calculating lap times were going to be 57 seconds, as per the difference with the low gravity 1.5 setups. Last time we were out here, the cars were significantly faster. They were in the 50s range. And that was with Gear MFX2, I believe, set that time back in 2024. However, these cars...
You know what I just realized? Where's the 48?
I think Matt's pulled off. Yes. Alright, was wondering. I haven't seen him in a while. I'm like, where'd he go? Yeah, he's pulled off. Anyways, Twin appears to be in a bit of a flow state. That last lap wasn't quite there, but it's very consistent within 1/10 of his top time. So we're going to be focusing on Twin unless something changes up here. Evan Varney is still trying to make his way past Matt Watts. I mean, just Twin Turbo V6. Lap after lap. We're just going to give it a little bit here to focus. A purple sector 3. That's a good lap by Twin. Good looking sector 1 by Twin, making his way into the final corner. A purple sector 3. Once again, Twin just absolutely on the limits. He has entered a flow state. I mean, it's just mesmerizing watching the 32 make the way around this track. He is setting perfect laps, just about lap after lap. I mean, these cars are incredibly difficult. They're very inconsistent, completely rely on mechanical grip, so it's not easy to be that consistent at such speeds. I'd like to mention, by the way, we have reached the halfway point, so we are halfway home. This time by will be 14 to go for Twin Turbo V6. He's down the front straight. Again, just within that 1 minute and a tenth, he just about has his track dialed down. It's a good looking lap for Twin.
Did someone spin? Like Evan or the leader spin? I was looking behind me and I saw someone spinning.
Maybe. Although spin doesn't bring out a caution on these road courses.
Yeah. Very unfortunate. So I
It's
see the person
another
anymore.
59, but an invalid sector 3 for Twin Turbo V6. That time was faster. Had it not been for that sector 3 cut. I mean, he's just nailing these laps. Meanwhile, Evan Varney laps Dark Tail for the second time, but so far as he's going, I believe he's going to just about make it to the finish. And I believe this is Monster Star now falling 2 laps down. Looks like Twin has kind of been easing off a little bit. There's not much for him to prove here. He's about 22 seconds ahead of Evan, about half a lap here. Might be possible he might be going for an attempt to lap the field. I believe only third up is on the lead lap. We'll see. Let's see if Mats is across the line. I believe, yeah, Mats is a lap down. However, Mats is still bound for a fairly decent 4th place performance tonight. That'll help him in the points. Let's see what Twin does. Now down the front straight. Another lap in. It's a great looking sector 1. But it certainly looks like he's not giving it his all this time. He's just, I believe, on a Friday night cruise. Like to mention, we are in the last 10 laps. This time by, will be 9 to go. So Twin is taking these laps down. Not really a whole lot to report here. We see Twin is the only car within with a lap time under a minute. Starting to get back into it. So Twin is definitely pushing once again. 1 minute .091, just shy of a 10th there from a sub-minute once again. I think he's only so far set 2 laps within that 1 minute. And as a guy that sets the cars up, I've struggled to get a 1 minute time. I think my best here was about pretty close up there with Evan, a little bit off from Evan. And it just comes to show how fast Twin is as a driver. Of course, he has a lot of experience around the community. He's been racing Ion, he's been racing, I believe, RFTC. He's been around the grapevine, and of course today is his stop at the Swedish Grand Prix that we're running here in SLC. He's showing what he's got. He's when it comes to these Roadcourse races, twin triple V6, it doesn't matter if it's a prototype GT3 or in this case a modified that is basically a Renegade GT3 car or something. Oh, there's Matt's down. I think that's the second lap he's now down, and here is, I believe, 3 down potentially for Darktail. They just need to stay within 4 laps down. They'll be able to be scored as a finisher, and the small field 6th place is a pretty decent finish to take home, everything considered. So that's surely something Darktail is going to hopefully get. We'll see. Here's Twin Triple V6 making his way through. That'll put Darktail down 3 laps. Eight to go here for Twin. I'd also like to report, Darktail, you are kind of close to a CC penalty. You got to sit some more cuts until you get a 5-second time penalty. That'll be added post-race. So try to keep that in mind. Twin now makes his way down the front straightaway, 6 to go. I would like to mention to our podium that we have special hats for the podium tonight. Of course, this being Sweden, Viking country, some may say. We're gonna have Viking helmets that will be featured on the podium to our top 3. As things are going, it looks like we'll be playing the Canadian anthem. So here's Twin. Just getting through the oval turn. That's fairly decent lap. I don't think Twin's quite fully put on the gun. Now, if there is something to say about history here, Twin Turbo V6 did manage to win the last race here. As we go 5 to go, the last Goteborg Roadcourse race back in 2024 was won by Twin Turbo V6. So we may be seeing, you know, all that experience coming back in clutch here. Twin making his way through the tunnel once again with 5 to go. Had a little bit of a slight challenge by Evan at the very start of the race, but ever since that point, he has been putting up a clinic tonight. Not a single car has been able to touch him. About second place, 25 seconds back there. So you could pretty much just drive comfortably at this point. We'll see. Here's Twin for 7 and 8. This time by 4 laps to go. Evan Varney has a purple sector 2 across the line, but it's not going to be a faster lap though. However, there's just little snips in places where there might be room for improvement. That being said, Twin is just about into the final 3 laps. We've seen a couple of incidents here at Goteborg before. We've seen flips, we've seen cars getting stuck. This track has been reconfigured over the years, so it's a little bit hard to do those things. Not a lot of change in the layout, a lot of the surface is quite the same. It's a little loose there for Twin. But we've now reached the final 3 laps here. And that would mean any other caution would bring out an overtime period. Let's hope that doesn't happen to be the case. Alright, well here's Twin making his way into the final corner, down the front straight. About to put Monster Star, excuse me, second of race, another lap down, 2 to go for Twin Turbo V6. And we've been watching about all today. It's been a small field, so there's not been a whole lot of action. But something I want to mention, I think it's possible here. Brasserie might get put a lap down. And we've seen Twin put up performances like this in the past, of course. Notably, I distinctly remember back at Gioa a couple years ago in the Super Indies, he managed to lap the entire field over a course of 80 laps. Now, I think it's a little late for that today, but I mean, just...
Yeah, maybe locked it up. That's like 15 billion times.
Twin is making his way into the final turn. I think everything on the track looks good enough here. We are making our way down the front straightaway with 1 to go for Twin Turbo V6. This is how the race is going to end, folks. Twin makes it into 1. We've had 2 years since our last time at this track. The only driver that's been there before is looking pretty good tonight. Twin down the tunnel. We'll just be quiet just so you guys can get one last year of that till we come back next week. Twin now through 4, now turn 5. Halfway through the course. It's a bit of a tricky turn. Putting up a decent lap here. I don't think it's going to be anything for records. He's just trying to send it home tonight. Here's Twin Turbo V6. It's just a matter of turns to go. He won the last time out at Goteborg in 2024. Is he going to do it today? I don't think that's going to be much of a question at this point. Here he is down the front straightaway. Twin Turbo V6 across the line. Wins the Swedish Grand Prix. And it's a hard into one. Matt's try to keep going. Let's see who's now making the way across the line. And that is going to be it for Monster Star. He manages to make it to the finish. Darktail's in the safe, I believe. So let's see your second place car. That is Evan Varney. He has put up he's had quite a bit of space here, but he's still on the podium. Evan Varney takes home second place at Goteborg.
Can I go one road course race without spinning?
Alright. Let's see who's making the way through the track. Your third place car unquestionably is going to be Brass Ring. Just needs to make his way across the line. Matt Watts makes his way down into the last set of corners. Darktail is going to be scored as 6th place. He has not fallen 4 laps down, so he is safe. Matt Watts just needs to make his way across the line. He's going to back it up. How about Brass Rain making its way through the hairpin? And that might have been 4th position. Hold up. That is Matt Watts, a late spin.
Let's go!
Loses 4th place.
Oh my god, let's go!
As Brass Rain,
Let's go.
he's going to be your last car to finish now. He was about to fall a lap down. He managed to just about escape the grasp. Our current standings is Twin Turbo V6, Evan Varney, Brass Rain making his way down across the line in 3rd place. There's nobody stopping him. A good job to everyone. Thanks to everyone that showed up to tonight's race. But here is Brass Rain coasting it into the podium. Thank you to everyone. And I would like to also mention that we do have a podium here. So we're going to teleport our top 3. And looks like we'll be playing the Canadian anthem for tonight.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, there's a hat you could click, by the way, that Viking hat.
Ooh, what's over here?
Oh.
It don't fit you.
Nah. Bill's got too much IQ for that.
Here you go.
On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off.
And you just gotta click this.
Wait a minute, wait. Hold up, I can make this so much better.
Let me grab the drinks real quickly. I'll insert them.
There we go.
Oh.
Where's the podium?
Hidden
I
away
see it.
so you
I'm
can
right here. I see you.
quit breaking the drinks. We don't have many left.
Does this sit over here?
I'm trying to find literally every single car.
Oh, so it's not this big arch over here?
Nope. It's by pits.
And what the heck am I at?
Does everyone have a bottle?
Yeah. Not anymore.
Oh. There we go. There we go. Alright, let's get the Canadian anthem out.
Hey, Twin, what the fuck were you doing in Sector 3? That was the only place where you were gaining time on me. Quit throwing bottles.
Whee!
Oh,
Alright, give it out to your race winner, Twin Turbo V6, as we play the Canadian anthem.
I flip.
Wait, then you should be faster on the short tracks.
Here it is. Just don't look in the back.
Damn.
Where'd he go?
This is a fucking disaster for Bodhi.
It's bad it took me until lap 27 to figure out how to do a sub 1.5.
I wasn't attending for a rock version, but I'll take it.
And the alcohol's gone.
Ooh, I can do donuts in this one.
Okay, this is going on way too long.
How long is this anthem?
That's what I was asking. There it is.
Alright. I'm just gonna give you guys your trophies. Then we'll get on with our interviews.
Rock and roll with Freddy Fazbear's.
Evan, who's this in the grandstands? There's someone in the grandstands. Who was that?
I don't know.
It took me until lap 27 to get a 1 minute 4 second. I don't care if Monster beat me. I beat him in time-wise. I was faster.
That was extremely long.
Yes, it was. Alright, so, Twin, would you like an interview tonight?
I think he's gonna say no. Oh, yes, actually.
He did say yes. Alright, Twin. So this was a very dominant performance tonight. Are you unmuted? Or are you able to unmute yourself? Let me make sure. Well, anyways, Twin, you had a dominant performance today. You were the only one that actually managed to set a sub minute. So, genuinely outstanding driving today. I mean, nobody was able to keep up with you. But what was it like out there on the track?
Honestly, it was kind of nice. On controller, I will say cars are a bit understeery, but yeah, I mean, had pretty good pace, I would say. Wasn't the most consistent, honestly. Could have been a little bit more consistent on some laps. I did spin out a couple times, by the way. I did hold it together. I didn't like crash into a wall or anything, but like, especially I think on like turn 3, it gets a bit slippery when you exit the curb and press the brakes while being on the grass. You can lose the car a bit. So there was that.
That's the spot I was talking about on that curb.
Yeah. No, I knew what you were talking about. But yeah, overall, solid race. Just kind of drove. I was honestly in the beginning. I was just trying to get a sub 1 minute. I knew it was 100% possible. I probably could have gone faster if I focused more, but yeah, I was just kind of just mostly cruising, somewhat pushing, but yeah, just a good race overall. But I did notice mouse steering is faster, at least in like that one high speed right hander in S2, and that's it. That's the only part where mouse is a bit quicker. I did
We were
try it.
even in Sector 1. You were not getting me in Sector 2, and then holy shit in Sector 3.
Yeah. I found out if you just like stick a couple, like 1 or 2 wheels on the grass, you do gain a bit of rotation.
On which part?
Both corners on S3, like the final corners.
I stopped risking the grass in Sector 3.
Oh, it sucks. But yeah, I did almost spin out like fully. I think on one of the laps, like I clipped the outer barrier on S3 before the start finish straight with my rear wheel. Somehow didn't spin out because I was very much going in the opposite direction. But yeah, honestly, it's it should be a little bit more consistent. Honestly, next time at least. I was making too many mistakes for being so far ahead. Yeah.
We know that you.
I just wanted,
It's okay.
I just wanted to win a road course race without spinning. The
Um,
one I won, I also spun.
But that was the one where if you spun out, there would be a caution, so you'd be okay if you did spin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I found the podium.
We used to do that like a lot, like 2020 or something.
I don't
Someone,
think we
like,
did
spun.
spin cautions. I think I don't remember really how it worked.
Gotta look back into that.
Yeah. I do think I'd like to mention though, you've had a pretty good history here. There's been some bad moments. I remember when we come here next week, we'll be on the oval. You've had ups and downs. I think you've won there, you've lost there. You've had your ass handed to you there, but you've also done pretty well. You've won the 2024 running, which is our last time out here. You came second of the first running back in 2021. But overall, you've had a very strong history and a lot of experience, more than anybody else here on the Roadcourse. So, congratulations, Twin, on getting a race done. We are going to work on trying to get the cars to. A lot of the issue with the mouse steer and why it's more oversteery or understeery, it actually has to do with the steering angle, because
Yeah.
the wheels
I know.
turn too much.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I got
I was
this.
gonna say, I thought he said controller.
Well,
Oh,
with the
controller
controller,
is slower through the high speeds
it's
because you're
hard.
turning too much.
Yeah, you have to kind of. So we're gonna probably try to figure that out and maybe limit the steering angle coming to the next race. We'll be out in the oval next week. We intend to add draft. We intend to do quite a few things actually,
Sure.
to improve the drivability. Yeah, shoot.
I can't mess with the dead zone.
Can have some IMRP things, sure.
It's actually
Drafting.
the drafting actually came from Shuffle. We use it in the Super Indies, so we'll see how it works.
Super Indies had drafting?
They did.
I never noticed it. Was it like really small?
It's pretty subtle. It's not going to be crazy. You would have definitely noticed it if you're at Daytona, and it's more noticeable on ovals.
I wasn't at Daytona.
Yeah, that's probably why. It's more noticeable on bigger tracks. I don't think it's going to change a whole lot. There's a little bit of dirty air. So we're going to figure out how to balance things. We'll probably be testing that throughout the weekend. Thank you guys for making sure that we can have a race today and not tomorrow. I'm happy that I have the weekend freed up a little. But that being said, is there anything else you want to say before we move on to Evan?
I think it's a bit late now, but there is a couple corner cuts on the track.
You could let me know. if you want.
I think Evan might know too if he was pushing a bit, but there's one.
I
thing-
saw that the sweeping corner, the right-hander, the really fast one. You can get down there, but you better get your ass back up.
Yeah, you get a bit of understeer mid-corner if you go
But
too
that was
low.
the only one. That was the only one.
There's one just before the right-hander at the end of S3, like the left-right kink. There's a cut right on the track there. Like you can be like maybe just 2 wheels on a little bit over and you'll get a cut.
I am
Yes,
kind
you
of intending to reconfigure that corner. I just want to be straight next time, so that'll be a consideration
Yeah.
for next year. But I'm glad we got this race
Please.
done. Thank you, Twin. Let's see what Evan thinks about today's race. It's another second place for you, Evan. I actually think. But how did you perform last week? Last week was also second place. So
Closer.
a little closer last time. You had a couple spins today. If you'd like to talk about that, what happened?
The road cord curse happened, where I can't do a single race without spinning out. Fuck, I won a race on a road course and I still spun. But I don't know. Twin managed to find something in Sector 3, which I could not, even though I was truly working on it. Couldn't get by that.
All right. So I know that you're more of an oval guy. We're gonna be going the other direction next weekend. Any thoughts going into
Good.
that? Any thoughts about running the biggest oval on the schedule? Actually,
Very good.
you scared?
No, I'm actually more pleased that we're going there. But I've never ran this track yet, so this is going to be interesting.
Yeah, it's it feels like Indy without the short shoots and a little bit shorter. Is the best way I'll describe it, but with a weird tunnel in the
When's
back
the,
straight.
when's the earliest it's going to be open?
Honestly, I want you to test, so I might have you by tomorrow.
I'll test the draft.
So, or there's gonna be 2 things I need to implement by tomorrow. That's gonna be the draft, or not tomorrow, but there's 2 things that need to be implemented for the race. There's gonna be the draft, and there's gonna have to be the steering stuff. I want to make it to where there's slightly less steering angle, so we'll figure that out. Because the cars, they kind of steer too much. So I was thinking of keeping them.
What if you gave us the option to edit the dead zone?
It's not a dead zone thing; it's a steering angle thing. If it was a dead zone,
Well, yeah,
thing,
dead zone does the same thing. That's what I'm getting at.
we'll figure it out. I'm definitely gonna need a little bit of help from you and Nico, and probably some controller users to get it figured out. It's been a long-awaited update, and I think there wouldn't be a better track to do that than a track that is that steering input dependent. And because it might reset the playing field a little bit, it might be an equal playing field for all drivers. You're gonna probably have to relearn it, so we're gonna try to get it ready as soon as we can, so you guys can get your practice. But that being said, I know this race is kind of not much to report. You kind of tried a little bit at the start on the first lap, but once you got by,
The moment I spun, I said, fuck it.
so just a comfortable second place today. Is there anything else you want to say before we move on?
No.
All right. Well, thank you there, Evan. Hopefully we'll have you for testing. That being said, next up is Brass Rain, who's getting close to twin level performance. You can unmute yourself if you want, if you still can't, and I think you probably still can't. If you'd like an interview today, what happened in today's race for you? You had a last place start, but you moved up to the podium. Okay. So, a bit of a back to third place. So, what happened there? See you, Twin. let's see. Brass Rain. Not gonna lie, I joined because I remember last minute SLC was running, and track was really fun. Even though I wish I had practiced. Very close to a 59 just now. So this week out, we're gonna be going the other direction, counterclockwise for the oval. We plan to change the setup a little bit, add some draft. I don't know if you're still keen on doing oval racing, but if you are, we'll see. Still overall, strong performance by you. Got it. Sounds great. Overall though, good performance today. Managed to get to the podium. I gave you guys your trophies. That is true. So, oh, there you are. There's you with your Balenciaga jacket and, of course, your new Viking helmet. We'll be out. Yep, it is. Got that Viking grip. All right. We'll see. So Brass Rain here looking like he's interested at least in the oval race. We'll be there again next Friday. Gonna be the biggest oval we run. Mile and a third. We're gonna open up this track, of course, as we get the rest of our interviews through. Is there anything else you want to say, Brass Rain, before we move on? Nah, but you'll see me again soon with practice. Sounds great. It's gonna be an oval, so we'll see. But that being said, thank you for coming by once again, and I'm happy for you, since you're at least able to make it to the race this time. I felt bad when you weren't able to make it to Mizano. You showed up to practice, and then I think you got busy. So, yeah, yeah, that is unfortunate. Huh, huh, bro, that's okay. Well, anyways, thank you there, Brass Rain, and we're gonna see. Fourth place finisher actually tonight. Their second time out in the ROX mods Monster Star. You managed to get by Cool Match just across the finish line today. So we had a last lap pass for position. So congratulations on that. What happened in today's race for you?
I mean, it's just I gotta work on my throttle, I think. That's something I very much gotta work on. And I thought I was totally gonna get fifth, and then I saw him spun out, and I'm like, oh my god, I have a chance. So I literally throttled that thing in the fifth gear and got it there, barely, I felt like. I felt like it was a pretty even race. I mean, besides, him dominating everyone else, but I feel like it was a pretty even all good race.
All right. Well, I believe your first oval race will come out next week. So, hopefully we'll see what you could do. Of course, it has drafts, so that might make things a little easier, a little more exciting. So we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say before we move on to your brother?
I beat you, brother. Huh? And how am I floating on a chair?
Not sure.
Buddy, there is no chair.
Yeah, I'm sitting down just, yeah.
Jesus, sure.
It's so weird. I got the Jesus chair. The Jesus did help me at the end of the race, bro. Oh. But yeah, that's really it. Racing my brother says.
Is that Cam in the grandstands?
That's
I don't
Tails.
know.
That's another friend.
That's
Tails.
and
Oh, that's the person you thought I sounded like.
and I just realized this, but I think the fourth place finish is the highest my brother's also finished So I would like to say that I am tying him in his highest race.
Listen, next week's an oval. Don't get up to that.
I'm not. I'll prepare. I'll be there.
Well, good job on game 4 plays today. Those are some good points. Dark Tail, how'd your race go today? Of course, I'd like to mention real quickly, at least this time by, he managed to be scored as a finisher. Last week wasn't so lucky, but today, at least you got a finish. Of course, oval racing, might be a little bit more up to your pace. So, what do you guys say about?
Yeah,
What do you guys say about all that?
oval racing definitely is more my pace, and I'm ready to show you how I really race.
I haven't seen that for the past 2 weeks.
Buddy, I'm horrible at road courses.
Yeah, I thought I was too. And plus, I didn't even know
But
if I was gonna race today.
yeah, the last couple laps, I was like, please don't appear in my mirror. Please don't appear in my mirror. I was just sitting there hoping Turbo wouldn't appear in my mirror. So yeah, okay, race today, could have done better, but definitely ready for next week.
Sounds great, Darktail. Best of luck.
Yep.
We're gonna try to get the track as ready to drive at least as soon as we can. Hopefully I'll have it ready in a day or two. The guy that owns the track,
Alright.
Blue Gen, he has not been responding, so I might have to make a copy of it. I don't want to do that, and if he comes around and it's like, hey, I've done it, then I'm gonna undo that. But I'm probably gonna tell him like, hey, I gotta do this ASAP. So, um, that being said, thank you for coming by tonight and all the people that made this race happen. I am once again thankful that I do not have to do this on Saturday. I was thinking we were going to end up running this Saturday, but fortunately that's not the case. And let's see if there's any
Yep.
comments for tonight. Got Tails putting the maple flag up. Very patriotic Canadian right there.
I think Cam would like to be unmuted.
Can't unmuted.
I'll
No,
mute
she's
Cam
not.
in a bit. With that being said, we will be at the Oval next week. The Crake Midgets, they're going to be going to Midvale, I believe. Let's check. Let's verify that. See what the next race physically will be. So, of course, the ROX mods next Friday, they're going to be going on the big oval. It's a little bit too big for the midgets. We try that. Next week, Thursday, August 13th, prepare yourselves for some Midvale midget action. And on Friday, we're going to be going the other direction here. So, big thanks to everyone, and we will see you guys then.